What's going on, everyone? Brandon here from Bloody Breakdown, and I know before anyone comments, I'm a few days late with this news, but it's been a very busy, hectic couple of days, but let's get into it. A lot of Scream casting information has dropped, including the creme de la creme, the unicorn, the rainbow, the pot of gold, what we were all waiting for. Yes, we'll go ahead and start off with that. This entire video is going to be nothing but Scream 5 casting news. All of this is confirmed. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as I had said, as I really figured, and a lot of you did too, Nev Campbell has indeed signed on to portray Sidney Prescott for the 5th time in the new upcoming Scream film. I couldn't be more excited about that. This and another bit of news I'll be talking about a little bit later on in the video is really what sealed the deal for me and pushed me over the top as far as being hyped for this movie. So yeah, just a few days ago, as a matter of fact, I saw it all over Scream's social media. I know they have a Twitter, they have an Instagram, a lot of Hollywood type sites were reporting on it. It was big news, whether you're a fan of Scream or not. Big news. I couldn't be more excited about it. It's one of those things I think we all knew was coming, like I said earlier. But the fact that it was so much hold off after, Arquette, after Cox, after, even going into starting to name, I think they had named 3, Barrera and Quaid and Ortega. There had been so many people named, and it was just like, where is Nev? Where is Nev? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we can all rest and relax now. Nev Campbell has indeed signed on. She is portraying Sidney Prescott. All 3 of our originals, our core 3, will be returning for Scream 5. So that kind of settles the whole, is this going to be a completely brand new story with new characters and maybe Dewey and Gale in the background, maybe an opening kill, worst come to worst? That shouldn't be the case now. So I think we can all breathe that sigh of relief. But like I said, that wasn't the only thing as far as news goes in the casting department, because there's one thing that came out shortly thereafter, was the fact that we're not just welcoming back the 3 originals, the core 3. We're also gonna be welcoming Marley Sheldon, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, that also has been confirmed that she's not going to be playing any other role. She indeed will be playing Deputy Judy Hicks. Now, what does that tell me? That tells me that we are getting, ladies and gentlemen, a continuation of this franchise. There's not going to be any kind of legacy sequel ignoring 2, 3, or 4 or ignoring this or that. We're getting the next installment in a story that is ongoing. That made me just as excited as the Sidney news. Not just because I love to see returning characters in this franchise. Fuck you, Patrick Dempsey, for not coming back and doing exactly what you were supposed to do from the beginning. In my opinion, if you look in the history of these movies, there's always like the core 3 and one other survivor. We saw it with Randy. He came back and bit the bullet in the second one. Same thing with Cotton Weary and going into the third one. I kind of thought we'd see Patrick Dempsey in the fourth one, but I think he became a big star with Grey's Anatomy, so it didn't happen. But it's really good to see Marley Sheldon back. It's going to be cool seeing Judy Hicks back. And it's really good knowing that this film is indeed falling in line here. We're getting it. We understand the timeline a little bit better now. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I got to tell you, and I've been saying this one from the beginning too, I hate to pat myself on the back or say I told you so, but I really don't see Kirby Reed being a part of this film. Now, I could be completely wrong here. They could throw us something out of left field, but I don't see it happening. I haven't seen Hayden being confirmed. I haven't seen anything on her end as far as social media goes since the Kirby Reed haircut that was so infamous that floated all over the internet and got everyone so excited. But that's, I honestly think sans Kirby, I think we're in the best possible scenario right now as far as casting goes, bringing back a lot of these characters that we had seen. So that's not the only thing, ladies and gents. We also did get confirmation that Dylan Minnette, I believe I'm pronouncing that name correctly, will be a part of this new film. Who else was in it here? We also have Mason Gooding. By the way, that Minnette kid is from Goosebumps. We have Mason, who is it, Gooding from Let It Snow. Kyle Gallner, who you'll probably recall from like Ghosts of War and the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. Don't judge him too harshly about that. The kid's a pretty good actor. Also Jasmine, let me find, because I can't exactly remember her name off the bat. Jasmine Savoy Brown, who was in Love. Mickey Madison from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, who actually played one of the Manson girls. So we've really got an entire cast here that has been put together. And I looked into some of these people. I wasn't exactly familiar with some of them. Some of my friends were, but I've kind of looked into it now. So at this point, you've got Nev Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Marley Sheldon, Dylan Minnette, Mason Gooding, Kyle Gallner, Jasmine Savoy Brown, and Mickey Madison, or Mikey Madison. I'm not exactly sure which. Yeah, I guess it is Mikey. All confirmed for this Scream 5 film, of course, being brought to us by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette, directing. Of course, that script by James Vanderbilt and I believe, Guy Busick. So, everything's really starting to come together now. We've got that release date for January 14th. Honestly, everything really is starting to come together, and I really couldn't be more excited about it. Now, one more thing before we depart from one another, and that's a news article that came out of Wilmington, North Carolina. That may sound familiar to you. It's actually kind of near my neck of the woods. That's where they're going to be filming Scream 5, and apparently, according to WECT News 6, a local outlet there in the area, the first permits for Scream 5 have been issued, and filming is set to begin September the 22nd. That is later this month. So that's going to be really awesome. Of course, they mentioned that the name of the film is Parkside, or Parkside Alpha, giving more credit to that original casting information slip that we had seen, or we had saw earlier. So it's really exciting times to be a Scream fan, between the announcement of pretty much the entire cast that we weren't aware of yet, between Marley Sheldon returning, between Nev Campbell, the Queen herself finally returning to her franchise. It's really just been a good couple of days for Scream 5 news. I couldn't be more excited about this. I know you all are extremely excited about this. Good stuff all the way around. I can't wait. January 14th, 2022 cannot get here fast enough. So with that said, I want to know what you all think. Leave me your comments down below. Like I said, let me know what you all think about Sydney returning. What about Judy Hicks returning? You got any Kirby information? You still hoping and praying maybe Kirby is going to be coming back? Do you think there's going to be any other people from the franchise's history returning? I mentioned Patrick Dempsey earlier. Maybe that could happen. Maybe we could see Joel, Dwayne Jones. Who knows? Even some characters that are dead, like Matthew Lillard and Jamie Kennedy, are out rumbling about perhaps returning to the franchise in some shape, way, form, or fashion. Let me know what you all think about that down below. Also, let me know what you think about these new additions to the Scream franchise, to this film being casted. Let me know what you think about those names as well. And also, leave me a like if you've enjoyed this video. I would leave it a like just based on the fact that it's good news alone. Hey, if that gives me a thumbs up, I can live with that. Also, definitely check down below in the description section, guys. You'll see a couple of links to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You'll also see a link to support my work via Patreon. That would be very greatly appreciated if that's something that you're able to do and you feel like you want to do. I've kind of moved around the tiers recently to just simply a $1 and $5 tier. $1 just being a show of support, $5 being that you could actually get your name in the credits of each and every Bloody Breakdown video listed as a producer. And like I said, it may not sound like much, but a little bit goes a long way here on this channel. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be about it. I want to thank you all for joining me. I know I'm a couple of days late on this one, but I wanted to get it out for those who haven't heard, or just kind of talk about it for those who enjoy the channel. So with that said, I'm Bran from Bloody Breakdown, hyped as fuck about Scream 5, and we'll catch you all next time.